with danger on the railroad tracks, with another tragic case now making its way into the courts.
Yeah, I have been following this story for months now with concerns about the lack of barriers in residential neighborhoods and trains driven remotely with no engineer on board in many cases. Now, you may remember when an 8-year-old boy named Aaron lost his leg after being run over by a train. This is his picture taken in the hospital where he spent several months recovering. He got hit on the tracks at the end of Wick Street in Buffalo. Now his family's attorney tells me they're in the process of filing a lawsuit against the city and CSX. Today I spoke with their attorney and a retired engineer who both say something needs to be done to help protect the public. You plan to sue both the city of Buffalo and CSX?
We do.
Attorney Fred Attia is representing the family of an 8-year-old boy who was severely injured last July on train tracks near his Buffalo home on Wick Street. The 8-year-old who lives right on this street was outside playing, and what happened?
It's my understanding he was playing soccer. We believe the ball went to the tracks, and when he went to retrieve the ball, there was a train stopped. It started moving. It amputated his leg right
like
here.
What we're seeing here.
Just like this.
This is a picture of the boy from his hospital bed at Oshai Children's Hospital. Attia says he also suffered internal injuries.
A family member heard the scream, was able to come out and hold the bleeding until the ambulance came and took him. He was in Children's Hospital for months with his life hanging in the balance.
The boy's family and attorney believe the accident could have been prevented if there had been a barricade in place.
There is zero barricades or any deterrent for a child to access these tracks.
I reached out to CSX. They told me very firmly it's private property. No one should be trespassing. They want to make that clear. Your response to that?
An 8-year-old child, especially with a language barrier, is not going to know private property, and there's nothing to prevent them here, and there's a park right across the street. So I don't think a child is going to understand a warning not to go play with his friends or not to enter the tracks if his ball goes there.
Attia says there have been other tragedies on these tracks, including a child who lost his foot a few years ago. You used to operate trains like this. Did you ever have to make an emergency stop?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
Marcus Gillibard is a retired train engineer, and he spent decades on board trains like this. He recalls numerous times he had to sound the horn or abruptly stop the train to avoid hitting someone.
That is a remote control locomotive. We can tell because it's got the flashing lights. It is highly likely that the man operating that locomotive is anywhere from a quarter mile away to a half mile away. Don't see anybody up on that one. They literally could hit a person or a car or anything here, and that train will just keep going.
And Attia says that's exactly what happened to his client.
CSX should have engineers on the train. They should have better safety measures. And between the city and CSX, there should be some signage or barriers to prevent children, especially, from easily entering these tracks.
Now, I have requested an interview with CSX on multiple occasions. Now, last time I covered a tragedy on the tracks, they sent me a statement. And late this afternoon, they also responded with a statement. As we have previously stated, they said this incident took place within our active rail yard in Buffalo. It was an unfortunate tragedy, and our sincere thoughts continue to be with this family. This incident must serve as a reminder of the very real dangers of trespassing on railroad property and why it is important for the public to stay away from active railroad tracks and out of rail yards. I will continue to follow this.